Hey guys, we're going to continue this practice using function tables, but instead of writing our words this time, we're going to use input and output and replace those with variables. Because we are becoming fifth grade mathematicians and variables represent numbers or missing information for us. So in this case, we have a rule box where we have hours and distance in miles. I know that already my hours is my input because it's my first piece of information, and my distance is miles is my output because it's what I get when I do something for a number of hours. So we go from 1 hour and I go 4 miles. If I go for 5 hours, I go for 20 miles. The other ones are missing, but I can use these two to find my information. To go from 1 to 4, that could be plus 3. My number is getting bigger, so I know it either has to be plus or it might be multiplication. 1 to 4 is 1 times 4. Those are my two options. Let's see and use both of them over here. So I am thinking it might be plus 3 or it might be times 4. I know it's not subtraction and I know it's not division because my number is getting bigger. So 5 plus 3 is 8. That doesn't work anymore. 5 times 4 is 20. So times 4 worked over here and times 4 worked over here, which means that must be my rule. So lately we would put then, okay, input, take me a minute here guys to write my words out. Input times 4 equals output. But this time we're going to try to write our rule using variables. So I'm going to use my information in my table to help me. My input stands for hours, which is my variable of h. So instead of writing input, I'm going to put h. My times 4 stays the same because there's my operation in my number. I'm finding an output, so there's my equal sign. And my output is a variable of d. So I'm going to put d here instead. So I know now that my rule is hours multiplied by 4 equals distance in miles. There is my rule using variables. Now I can use my rule to find my missing numbers. 3, which is my input, multiplied by 4 is going to give you my distance. 3 times 4 is 12. 8, my input, multiplied by 4 is going to give you my output. 8 times 4 is 32. But this time I have something invisible. Times 4 equals 40. So I don't know my h this time, but I know I'm going to multiply by 4. And I'm going to equal 40. What number times 4 is going to give me 40? Well, I know since I'm working backwards, I can do the opposite. So then I can do 40 divided by 4 equals, and I know that's 10. So my h has to equal 10. My input has to equal 10. So today, your goal is to how can you use variables to represent your rule this time? Have fun.